Yay. Hey, everybody. Um, it is April, which is crazy. We are well into pre-order for the new annual catalog. And hopefully you've gotten your pre-order. And then Today, Stampin' Up! Announced a free shipping day on Wednesday, which is great. So free shipping is on orders that are $75 or more. So if you haven't placed a pre-order, now would be a great time to do that. It's okay, Kim. Look at that. It was just waiting for you, right? You're like, procrastination pays off. The shipping delays are still in effect. So that means that this free shipping day will just exacerbate the problem. And there was on the leaders call today, a lot of discussion about this. They're actually putting a video out tomorrow in the updates about the shipping issues and how orders are picked and all of that stuff to give, I think, the demonstrator base, like an understanding of what has happened and why. There was a lot of debate about pushing the free shipping day later, but they really wanted to capitalize on last chance and free shipping, right, for customers, right? So they really wanted customers to be able to be like, okay, if you haven't gotten your last chance order in, now's the time, I know for me over the past couple of weeks, I've been showing off items that are retiring that I really love. And I'm surprised that people are placing orders for them. Sometimes that has worked in the past and sometimes it hasn't. But it seems to be working this time. So, if you have some pictures of some stamp sets that you really like pick 4 and post them on your social media and be like, man, I'm going to miss these 4. It doesn't even have to be a finished project. It could just be the 4 stamp sets that you really like. But I would encourage you to share what's retiring that you love that's still available. That's the key, right? So the Stamparatus is no longer available. It is gone. Gone. And I have an extra one. I bought one as a giveaway and I was like, well, what am I going to do? So I'm still going to give it away. I'm going to do it next month for orders next month with the new catalog. But that's just one of those things they thought maybe the supply inventory would hold out and it would make it to the online exclusive list, but it didn't. So look at the online store, the Last Chance online store, and just see, are there some stamp sets that you want to highlight? Are there some things that you want to kind of prep people? Let people know now that free shipping is on Wednesday. So start to post about that as well, or email if you've got a little email list or a text chain or, anybody who's ordered from you before, to let them know to take advantage of that free shipping. Free shipping day is always a good day to take advantage of a prepaid paper pumpkin. So if you don't have a prepaid paper pumpkin, then that's definitely a possibility. Or if you want to give a prepaid paper pumpkin to somebody as a gift, that would be a nice thing. Advertise it as a really fun Mother's Day gift, right? Give your mom 3 months of paper pumpkin. It'd be a fun graduation gift. It would be a fun, there's definitely, birthday gifts and things coming up. But graduation, Mother's Day were the 2 that came to mind. So free shipping day is good for that too. So, and then this is where the prices are still the same for cardstock and glue and things that we know are going to go up in price, envelopes. So I know I ordered a bunch, but I might go back and I might order a few more, packs of envelopes and some cardstock. I always think I have enough basic white cardstock and then I use a bunch. It's amazing. It's amazing how that happens. So just things to think about with the free shipping day coming up. And then it's catalog transition. So, trying to pull out all that retired stuff. I talked a little bit last week about that on Candy's meeting. going through and, sorting them. I like to just kind of sort piece by piece. So I'll do like stamp sets one day, and then I'll wait a couple days and be sad. And then I'll do dies, and then I'll do, all of that. Let's see. Can't see what's the easiest way to get to the online store. Stampinup.com. Yeah, just stampinup.com. And if you go to stampinup.com, then you can pick from there's like a specials menu, and you can get to the last chance list from there. Yeah. So someone had asked me at retreat, they were like, can you get from my.stampinup.com to the online store without having to go to stampinup.com? And I said, no, you have to go to stampinup.com. You have to go to the public facing site. I thought that was an interesting question. So the only thing I haven't sorted through retiring wise is my ribbon. That's usually the last thing I sort through because I'm like, so I'll make a bucket of like retiring ribbon, and then I kind of decide like, is it worth it? Do I want to use it up? Do I want to put it in a bucket? I usually just have like a ribbon bucket that I use for like kids crafts, or if I go to like a craft fair and I have them make like bookmarks or something, I'll just pull ribbon out of there, that matches close enough. So I usually don't try to sell retired ribbon because I know going through the retired stuff is always such a hassle, and slightly depressing. And, well, so you haven't even started. Yeah. So last week I showed on Candy's meeting the number of stamp sets that I have retiring. And I think Candy even was shocked. I'll show you guys. So like, you guys know, I'm going to tilt this up a little bit. So, this cabinet is where I have my stamps. And this entire bottom row is retiring, which is really tragic. I'll probably keep about a third of them. And I'll, try to sell or give away, a big portion of them. But yeah, it's always one of those things, like, it's just no fun to have to do that. I would also caution you, wait until May 2nd before you like get rid of anything. You have to wait until May 2nd before you can sell anything. But a few stamp sets are coming into the online store, which is kind of interesting. So they're not going to be in a catalog, but they are going to be in the online store. And there's a few die sets as well. So I've got my piles sorted, but I'm going to double check them when the new catalog rolls over. Not like it's a competition or anything, but you have your bottom row times 6. Well, so that's just retired from this catalog. I still have this entire cabinet is full of retired. So, but yes, you probably have more retired stamp sets than I do. I do get rid of some of them. And I do try to cull them out. So I try to kind of contain myself to one cabinet of retired. But this time I got hit a little bit harder. So I don't know. I'm going to try to keep it to that cabinet. I might have to move a few other things. I have like bags up in the top of that cabinet, so I might have to like move those out. Yeah. So, think about ways that you can use them. One of the things I did, we had our senior center class, and I had a bunch of that wildflower paper. And so we made some fun cards at the senior center with the wildflower paper. So we embossed the inverse side of this one, and on this one we just stamp a sentiment, and little dragonflies are going away, which makes me super sad, but whatever. So that was fun and a neat way to use the paper. So, use that stuff up. Also, this is Bumblebee and Mary Merlot. Goodbye. I know Bumblebee retired a long time ago, but I found a pack of it magically in my stash. I have no idea why. So just using up that cardstock. And I do love the card critic that came to senior class last week. She was like, I do not like the yellow with this. And I was like, well, that's what you've been given. So if you don't like it, you can replace it at home. And grateful. It's definitely a moment for me. I was like, I will bite my tongue. Yeah. And then the other cards. So I've been showing like how to use like some of the retiring embossing folders, some of the big stamps, like the single, like these stamps I'll keep, these big ones. So I've just been trying to go through and do that. And then, thinking about, what are some other stamp sets or, papers that I can use that for Mother's Day cards and go sell them as a coffee shop or somewhere, right? So just trying to figure out how to, get through some of the paper I have. And the paper is always, difficult too. So, yeah, Kathleen.
So I know this is probably a personal problem, but put on your hat for me just and go along with it. If you were to be somebody who tends to know what they like and buy duplicates, and you come across duplicates, my question is, what method have you found that works well for you, especially as we're getting ready to kick off the new catalog, to note that you already have it and you don't need a duplicate or even a triplicate, I guess. Asking for a friend, of course, and this is all hypothetical.
Never. So I don't use a spreadsheet. I know you have used a spreadsheet in the past to track yours. I know a lot of other demonstrators use spreadsheets to track their purchases. And I would say at the time of order, I would probably copy and paste that order list into the spreadsheet, right? So that would be the at time of impact kind of a moment,
Okay.
I know there are lots of demonstrators that do that. I don't, because I don't tend to loan my stuff out very often. That's the other reason to have a spreadsheet, is if you loan stuff to people and you forget, oh, who did I loan that to? Or I know I had that here somewhere, if you tend to have a loaning situation, then maybe it is a good idea to have a spreadsheet of your stuff. Or you could use almost like a card catalog system where you basically fill out a sheet and then you, you write down on a sheet of paper, okay, Lisa borrowed this, because I know Patsy does a lot of loaning as well. I know Jill has something of mine right now, bees, you have bumblebees or something, but again, trying to make sure that and then I lost a die set for 6 months, straight up lost it. Found it at retreat. It was not labeled because I label all my stuff. Yeah. And it was tucked in inside out. It was weirdly tucked into something where I couldn't see the label. And so, and butterflies. Thanks, Jill. So clearly I missed that. And it's retiring, which is super sad. So I think that for me, I try not to have too much stuff current, and I think that helps me. I have tried alphabetizing my sets. It never sticks. But I do tend to check, and then you can also check your orders. There's a way to search. Yeah, but it's dicey because sometimes I order as a customer and sometimes I order as a demonstrator, and I know it's dicey. So for those that might have a tendency to do that, I think keeping with your spreadsheet, you were using a Google Doc or something though for a while.
Yeah. So I have a picture of the Stampin' Up image because I don't always remember the actual name of the set. Right. And then I indicate if it's with punch or with dies. So that way, I know it's kind of a bundle thing.
Yeah.
And that I have it because I kind of have my stamp sets in one area and then my punches in another area, my dies another area. I don't know if I'm going to continue that, but I do want to do a full refresh because there are so many times where I see somebody who has a retired stamp and I'm like, that's the sentiment I want. And then I can't find the name of it or I can't find it in my system. And then I'm going through things and I'm like, wait a minute, I just saw the stamp set over there. And I find out that I have 2 or 3 of them even. And I'm like, son of a biscuit, Yeah. I don't buy as much from the seasonal catalogs. I buy more from the annual catalog just because it's around for more time.
Yeah.
But there's again, I just keep coming across duplicates and I'm just like, well, this is dumb. Obviously, I really liked it. And so it validates that it's a good set, but I don't need 2 of them,
Right.
I just feel
and I think, definitely sell those sets, get rid of them for sure. Yeah. I know for me, I think I'm going to start because of the missing die set. I'm considering if it comes together, I'm going to do the magnet sheet on the inside and start to sew them together. Patsy keeps hers rubber banded. But I don't know. I've got to do something. Because, and the rubber banding, the senior center actually does too in their storage. They just rubber band the dies and the stamp set together with like a, industrial rubber band. So, and then there is a lady who has like a website, and I need to find it again, where you can search for sentiments. So you can be like, blah, blah sentiment. And you can be like, oh, that's in this set, this set, this set, and this set. Oh, and then I could cross check my list and go, oh yeah, okay, I've got that, I've got that sentiment because I have it in this set.
Okay.
But yeah. And I
Cool.
think part of it too is, if you have a really large, retired stock, yeah, it might require just a full up, kind of roll your sleeves up, spend a day,
Yeah.
and see what you've got. So
Okay. Cool.
I tend to buy a lot of like duplicate ribbon and a lot of duplicate ribbon. Like, I'm like, really? I already have this roll of ribbon. Dang it. And I'm like, oh, that's pretty. And then I buy it and I'm like, yeah, it's pretty. And you already have it, silly, which is why I ended up with like 5 rolls of copper twine. Anyway, remember the copper twine? Yeah. So it's so pretty. Not that pretty. So yeah, so it's not Tams. It's another lady that has, because Tams has the stamp. So I don't think you can search for sentiments on Tams. These are my stamps is one of them, but I'm not sure it has a sentiment search function. I'll find it. I'll find it because that lady, she's funny. She's been around forever. The retiring time can be tough. I think one of the best tips that Candy gave a couple of years ago was to start marking the sets that you get for free, or that you get with hostess rewards, or that have been given to you, so that if you do retire them and you didn't use them, or you retire them and you feel guilty, maybe you don't feel guilty because they were free. So it didn't cost you anything. And I love that. And so I've been doing that. I have gold star stickers, and when they get a gold star when they're free. And it has helped to make me feel less guilty if I'm getting rid of something. And then, of course, how you get rid of them, right? Do you give them away? Do you BOGO them? Do you sell them on one of the sites? Do you upcycle them, recycle them, donate them, right? I mean, all of these are choices. And they all have value and they all have purpose, right? No matter which way you decide to, or do you keep them? And I would just encourage you to keep them because you're going to use them. If you look at a set and you're like, I see no purpose for this set in my life, then it needs to move. It needs to go to somebody who has a purpose, right? And that's really important. So free shipping and that, and then Paper Pumpkin next month. So Paper Pumpkin next month features In Colors, and is a beautiful mountain set. So I think has some more masculine tones. They've done some really nice masculine paper pumpkins. This one looks A+ amazing. The box is beautiful. And then they're doing a coloring contest for the paper pumpkin. So if you're not on the demonstrator connection, paper pumpkin, whatever, the demonstrator group for paper pumpkin, I can never remember the name of it, but somebody will remember. You should get in there because they're doing a little contest where you can win like $25 towards a product credit. And it's just for demonstrators, so not customers. And it's not a coloring contest. You don't have to be good. You just have to enter to win. So you could color it with crayons and it would be a-okay. One lady colored using the blend brushes, the little mini blend brushes, and she colored the whole sheet using the blend brushes. It was really cool. Paper Pumpkin Demonstrator Connection. There you go. I knew it was like something with those words. Thanks, Kathleen. So make sure you do that. That's fun. And the other thing that the kit is going to include is stickers, which you might be like, stickers. Okay. But they're vinyl stickers. I think they can go in like water bottles and stuff. So like it's a big trend to put like vinyl stickers on your especially if you have like a hydro flask or like one of the metal bottles. So they're including stickers, very on trend. So, definitely targeted probably for a younger audience. When I say younger, I don't know, maybe 30s, maybe 20s. I don't know. We'll see. I'm 40s. It's fine. And everyone loves stickers. Who doesn't love a good sticker? You can use a sticker on the envelope. So, paper. So the catalogs have been delivered. You can start giving your catalogs to your customers whenever you want. So that's up to you. I know someone had messaged about that and asked me. And then remember, you can take orders a week before you can place the order. So if we can order from the new catalog May 2nd, that is what is May 2nd? May 2nd is a Tuesday. So we can start taking orders from that catalog the Tuesday before. So April 25th. So you have a 7-day window. So that means that on the 25th or 26th, even customers could come to you and say, when the catalog goes live, I want this. And you can say, okay, sounds great. Here's an order form, write it all out. And you can even take their money. You can take their credit card number. You can take their check. You have 1 week to place that order. So you can do that. It's why a lot of people will have paper shares and they'll make their paper share deadlines that week before the catalog goes live, so that by the time the catalog goes live, they can go ahead and place that order that first day and get it in. I did post my paper shares on C2C stamping, but I posted it on my business page. I didn't post it on our group page, but I do have the group discount, like the team discount. So I'll post that after the meeting, and I'm going to write it down so that I don't forget it, because if I don't write it down, it's not going to happen. So I'll post that. So if you're interested in a paper share, team paper share, it's a pretty good price. I'm going to look it up before I get off this page. This time, it's like several $100s worth of paper, right? It's insane. But the team paper share is $43 for all the DSPs, which I think is really good. And that's $43 including shipping. So I think that's a really good deal. Or $55 if you want to include all the specialty papers. And there is quite a few specialty papers, new specialty papers. So that would include like the core, the white core paper and other things. So yeah, and that includes shipping. So if you want to do that and you want to get some samples of some paper, I'm not doing the projects with it this time because I've got too many other like things in the works. So I'm not doing like a paper party per se with it, and I'm not doing like a card with each one. But I will walk through all the papers, and I will do like a video about them all and kind of how I would use them. And if I do have samples to show from like shoebox swaps or shares or swaps that I've done, I'll do that. So, and I might make up some for some of the papers I've already started using. I've already started using the Zoo Crew, because the black and white, the flip side of that paper is so, so cute. And I'm using the Zoo Crew paper for my sweet citrus class in June. That's going to benefit Foster Village. So Foster Village does a lemonade month for the month of June, and anything that's lemonade themed, they invite people to participate, and then they give, I know that glorious gingham, so cute. I know you'd love that. They give, you can give a portion of the proceeds back to Foster Village. So I'm doing a sweet citrus class in June for Foster Village. And I'm using that black and white Zoo Crew paper because it is so cute. So, so cute. And sweet citrus is a really nice scent. So, and I'm excited it's carrying over because I hadn't had a chance to use it yet. I know. It's shocking. I hadn't used it yet, other than Kathleen's amazing shoebox swap that we got to make. But mine had been uninked. So, and that's always a blessing, when you have stuff that isn't, that you didn't use and you're like, whew, thank God it carried over so I can use it next time. Right. So definitely good that, I have a big stack that's carrying over to the next catalog too. So I don't know of any other big news right now. Next month, I'm in charge of packets. I don't know what it will be, but it most likely will be some sort of in color or color refresh project. That's normally what it is. So don't forget you can use your coupons for that if you guys have any coupons with me. And then this last week, I did a training with Brenda Stir from Elite Suite. And we've had trainings from Brenda before. I know she's a lot, but I think she's on less Diet Coke right now. And she seemed to be a little more palpable last week. And it's funny, I've heard her talk about the same training, it's probably like my fourth time listening to her. She's talked at a couple of our leader summits, like backstage stuff. She's talked at on stage. I chimed into a couple of her trainings. This is a free training she did last week. And I was like, oh, like there was a couple of things. I was like, yes, okay, like you got me. All right, I'm thinking now. One of the things that she said was that perfection is masking fear. I was like, oh, yes, yes, it is. That is true. Okay, I will write that down. So I thought that was really good. And I had a couple other aha moments for me over the week that was really good. She talks about, I know Stampin' Up has really been big into the why. What's your why, right? Why are you doing this? And she said, you can have a public why and a private why. She's like, you can have two whys. And I was like, what? What do you mean? Blew my mind. It was a great moment last week. And she's like, well, yeah. She's like, your personal why might be that you want to make money. She's like, but no one else cares about that. She's like, that's your private why, It's like, oh. So there's definitely some moments for me last week. And then the other thing that she talks a lot about is like, okay, once you've sponsored, that's what she calls it. Once you have someone who joins your team, what are you doing? How are you creating team community, team culture? And I think we've done a good job of hopefully making people feel welcome. But I think having like Elena now does the birthday cards for everybody, which I hope that everybody knows that Elena is sending you birthday cards. So definitely keep your contact information up to date. I think she's probably using Candy's spreadsheet to do that. So, but if you do move, let me know. And then like Patsy's doing like Motivation Monday posts. If you haven't noticed, she's not just randomly posting fun things in our group for random reasons. But I was like, hey, we should channel that into something positive. So then, thinking about other things that we can do. I don't need something every single day of the week. Like we're all really busy people. And so I don't think that's necessary. I think that that's one of the things that I recognize is that we are all busy people and we don't need something every single day. I don't need to be entertained all the time by, the group. But definitely recognizing like, promotions and sales. I think doing the better your best challenges has been really good for all of us. And trying to host some different, competitions, ideas, contests. So I'm still doing better your best for this quarter. So just so you know, I just haven't posted that. But I'm also doing a promotion party. So for April and May, if you promote, even if it's a retitle, then you earn a spot at an ice cream party, which we've had an ice cream party before many years ago. It's been a long time since we had one, but it was fun. And so I will get you ice cream. Don't ask how, I have my ways. And then I got it delivered to Missouri, so I can get it to you. And then also the first person to promote at each level will get to pick a stamp set from the new catalog. So any stamp set they want, which is kind of nice. So I'm hoping that that'll hopefully encourage people to promote. We've got lots of folks who are like right on the border, right? Like hanging around at Bronze Elite, or hanging around at Bronze even, and can bump up to Bronze Elite, we're hanging line at bronze elite and, could get to silver. I haven't heard of any join specials, like there's been no rumblings in the leaders group or anything. So, but usually a color refresh is a good time for one. So I would be surprised if we didn't have one in the next month or so. I was kind of banking on it for May. We'll see. But definitely the Better Your Best projects from this last quarter are going to go out probably not tomorrow, but probably Wednesday. So the projects and the prize will go out on Wednesday. So I've been working on that, and that'll be a lot of fun. That is next week, Thursday. So if you are, there's a list that I had, I think I put it online, but that's next week, Thursday, the 27th, and hopefully I put it on my calendar as well. I did not, but that's fine. It's on my paper calendar. It's just not on my electronic calendar. Do you guys need a refresher as to who had that? I'll pull that up as well. All right. Other questions, concerns, comments, anything else? I'll do some door prizes. We'll see if you guys have projects to share. Let me find a scrap piece of paper. I took away my scrap paper when I reorganized my punches, and now I don't know what to do with myself. Where's my scrap paper? Oh, here it is. So I now officially have a drawer of retired punches, and that makes me sad. There's a lot of punches that went retired this last time. All right, so Better Your Best. The folks who qualified for Better Your Best this last time were Glenda Brown. Yay, Glenda. Esther, I saw you on here. Meredith Crowder. Yay. Kathleen Dominguez. Woot woot. Lisa Hagan. Yay, Lisa. Nancy Hudson. Sharon Jones. Elena Shaw. Lynn Sampsell. Jill Moyer. Sarah Amuso, Mona Ulrich. So those are the folks who qualified for Better Your Best this last time. And then I invited my customers, if they placed an order with me, that they could also qualify for it. And so I have two of my customers coming as well. And they are Susan Ryan, who actually used to be on our team, and Pamela Patterson. So yay. So what's the name of the die for Nature's Prince? Natural Prince dies. Yeah, because that makes sense. I'm so glad that they're doing where it matches now. The die set is the stamp set name. I can't tell you how much better this is going to make our lives, So just FYI. So good. There you go. Kathleen is on it. My Googler. She has the power of the internet at her fingers. Good. And then I wanted to talk about, I have the folks who had a really good March. Oh, that's weird. I didn't update it here. Uh-oh. Okay. I will make a nice graphic. Oh, that's weird. So I did the Better Your Best numbers, but not the March numbers. I'll make a nice graphic and I'll put it out for the March numbers. Wonder, I could probably look really quick and see if what we have. Some months I update some numbers and some months I update other numbers. I didn't get to these. Any other questions? So free shipping is the 19th, which is Wednesday, just FYI. And there is the new Forever Friends kit out. I know Terry got to play with that. She said it was really pretty in person. And the catalog tabs are now available as well, the new annual catalog tabs. And those are made so that you can send one sheet. You get 8 sheets in a pack, and you can send one sheet to each customer. So that last year you had to divide the sheets. It was really crazy. And they, thank God, listened to our feedback. So now it's 8 sheets and you just send 1 sheet to a customer or give 1 sheet to a customer for the catalog tabs if you buy that for your customers. I think it's nice. You could even do it like once they place an order, as like a little thank you gift. So they're relatively cheap. So other questions about like this big transition time and all the things? So quiet. So quiet you all are. Okay, well then. Is the swap for the special event that Candy is hosting closed? No. So good question, Kathleen. The sign up for the special event is closed, but the swap is not. Free swap, open swap. Kathleen, are you coming to that event? Or no, you hadn't signed up?
I don't know if I signed up. It's in my calendar, so I was planning on going to it. But there's been a lot of life that's happened in the last couple of weeks, so I am not 100% sure I did that.
Well, just email her. So she closed it at 46, I think, but she was going to keep it open to 50. So she kind of like waffled on the number. So she might have a spot if you still want to go.
Okay.
And it is open swapping, new catalog, but open swapping. So you can bring as many swaps as you want. Most of us are probably going to bring like 20 or 30, at most. But it's free range.
So then the sets that people were claiming for swaps was for Sarah's shoebox swap.
Actually, there's an organized swap.
Okay.
There we go. So we do have the shoebox swap for those of you who are local. For the shoebox swap, there's only 4 people signed up right now, which is kind of wild. So I know it's Memorial Day weekend. People said it was fine, but maybe it's not. So I don't know what's going on with that. And then we're also doing a case the catalog swap, and that is for Candy's group. I'm in charge of that. And we're up to like, I don't know, 17 or 18 folks, but yeah. So you're going to do 20+1 for that. And that's still open. So.
And when is that due to you by?
June 4th or something? 3rd, June 3rd.
Do you think obviously you have a magic 8 ball and you can see the future, but do you think if we place an order on the free shipping day, the 19th, we would get the stamp set in time?
For that event? Totally.
Okay.
Yeah. Now for the like May 4th or 5th event, nah, probably not. Unless you rush ordered. Now, the one thing with free shipping day though, is it does discount expedited shipping. So that is an interesting loophole. So if you order on free shipping day and you order expedited shipping, it just deducts the free shipping from your expedited shipping. So it's like you're paying the difference between regular free shipping and expedited. So just FYI, if you're interested in that, it's a way to get expedited shipping, but not have to pay as much for it. So that is also nice. But if you're trying to do that for her May event, I say no, but definitely for the June 3rd one. Yeah, for sure. That would give you several weeks to play with it. I think most people will be able to order May 2nd. Like there's a few folks, I mean, I'm using a set that I can't order till May 2nd. And I mean, I think it'll be fine. So, yes, I know. There was a woman who went off in a demonstrator chit chat group that I'm in. And she was like, well, I'm not a big enough demo to pay for that expedited shipping, and you guys with your privilege and whatever. And I was like, look, it's a business choice. Like it is a decision that each of us makes for ourselves. Some of us choose to pay it, others don't. That's your deal. But she was mad because she needed the product in order to do a class or something. And I'm like, well, then that's your decision. Like, but like, you made a poor decision on that one. Like if you need it for something, then, that's probably a gamble that's not worth taking. So she was mad because of crisis on her part. So I'm going to write everybody down so that we can do door prizes. And then I want to see if anybody has a project to share. You guys have been super quiet. Well, and that's and Kim, you have a weird one, don't you? Don't you have like a weird expedited, which really isn't kind of expedited?
Yeah, it's not. I mean, like the regular one takes a while. So like paying an extra $20 on top of whatever the 10% was to get it like a day or two faster just wasn't worth it for me.
Yeah. Although this time I will tell you, it was way worth it to get expedited. Because I mean, I got my stuff so fast and everyone else was waiting incredibly long. Now, have I had a chance to touch it? No, but that's my fault.
That's the other half of the equation too.
Right. It's like, well, yeah, I mean, yeah, expedited would be nice, but will I actually utilize my expedited shipping situation? No, I'm going to wait until the absolute last minute to pull stuff out. The other thing to know about Candy's event in May is that the one of the swaps will be taken back to the home office for the 35 for 35. So I'm hoping that that elevates the swapping to a place where people will, do good work, but we'll see. Who knows? Okay, I have some door prizes here. Any projects? All right. All right, any projects to share? Anybody? Ooh,
I've been working on making foldable templates.
foldable templates. Tell me more about this. What are we talking
So
about?
here they are. So I just have a foldable, and it's just like tells me the directions on there of what to do.
Oh, so you're
I
doing
got this
like,
I got this from I forgot her name, from Klompen Stampers.
oh, Jackie Goldheist. Yeah.
Yeah, and so she has like once a month where she makes templates, and so I've been working on them. Here's another one. This is like a card.
Is that
Oh,
all one card?
yeah.
Yeah. So this is the front, and then it's in that like a card, and then you open it up, and it's another card. So
That's
I want to do like a Fun Fold Friday and do one a week. But yeah,
that's a great idea.
I have 20 so far.
Oh
So
my gosh, that's
I've been working
amazing.
on these.
Well, and what's great about that is that you, I'll want to do a fun fold and then I forget, like, oh yeah, remember I did that fun fold, but I forgot how to do it. This is great because then you can just keep these.
Yeah, and so I just have like this one, and it has all the measurements on there. I use old retired paper
Yeah.
and like quick instructions. Yeah, so that's what I've been doing, just doing these templates so I can do Fun Fold Fridays.
Melissa,
one
these
card
are
a week.
great.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh, I love this. This is
I love
amazing.
holding them.
I know, you're like so much possibility in that little stack of paper. Those are awesome. That's a great idea. That's a really great idea. Those are great. Yay, I love that. All right. Anybody else have something they want to share? Anybody? Like Ferris Bueller. All right. If you don't know the reference, I'm sorry. All right. Let's see. I'm looking because I know I have another prize here and I stuck it somewhere weird. Haha, found it. Because where that makes no sense whatsoever. I was excited that the glossy dots assortment is carrying over because I had used none of mine. So yay. Like it's so funny sometimes, like there's a whole embellishment that I like haven't used. So okay, good. Bueno. All right. So I have some prizes. I have door prizes. These are good. All right, here we go. All right. No other things to share. 7 technique vintage technique class on Saturday. 7 techniques. my gosh, can't get out. Oh no, Jill, be careful. 7 different techniques. Yeah, so
Sorry,
you're,
I did
yeah.
I did 7 techniques on vintage cards, and the one card had all 7 techniques.
Oh
It
Lord.
was really kind of fun. And I have that, but I just can't get up right now. So
So what, tell me the 7 techniques. Do you remember?
it's from Kylie Bertucci. I watched her video. So one was like daubing the edge, the other was using the blending brush. There was stamping with pastels for the vintage technique, and then spritzing, 2 spritzes on each side of the card, and then crumpling it up.
Oh wow.
Crumple massively. And then you let's see if I'll do a video. I just look like crap. Then there's, so after you crumple it up, then you even it out, and you take like soft suede, which I know you hate, Melissa, and you do light blending over the wrinkles, and so it gives the wrinkles more of an accent to it. And then what else did we do? I have them all written down because I actually had it written down. Oh, I have my piece of paper. I have it written down ahead of time.
Look at you.
But
So
yeah, and then there was
organized.
sanding the edges with your snips, doing a rough
Oh.
edge. And then we rolled, scrolled the one corner, and then the bottom, the opposite corner of it, we tore the paper. So I mean, it was great to put it all in one, and they did 2 cards of that to kind of instill the technique and have that. So that was fun. And then I figured out how to smear my Wink of Stella. Smear.
Mm.
So you just put some down randomly, and then you take your finger and smear, and it kind of gives it a little more of a bigger area that's glittery, but more watered down. It's not concentrated then.
Mm.
And so that was nice. It gave it a little sparkle. So
Wow.
we had fun with that. That was a good class.
Will you post a picture of the project
will.
and the list?
will.
That would be fun.
They're still not unpacked from my Saturday bag.
I literally just grabbed mine from a bag from the senior class because like I was not unpacked either. So it's a-okay.
But yeah, I'll post those.
Yeah,
I
fun
made
stuff.
2. I made one with lighting the way. It wasn't so much vintage, but it had some vintage stuff in it.
Lighting the way. Oh, the
That's
one with the little
lantern,
lamp.
the
lantern.
fireflies.
Yeah, that was
I
cool. That one's
so
carrying
want-
over.
I so want to make a light up card. That's my goal. Those are pretty darn cool. So
Yeah, those are cool.
but I haven't played with it enough to make sure I have it right. You know, I got to get that electrical copper tape and crap and a battery, and
There's a lot. Yeah.
that's just a 1 card deal.
Your project, Patsy, was pulling your retired stamp sets. That's good.
Yeah.
Yay. Yeah. I mean, for me, it was like, okay, colors, stamp sets, embellishments. Still haven't done the ribbons, paper. I pulled the paper, but then, and then the DSP, that'll be the last piece. So the DSP is always the hard one for me because I'm like, I don't want to give it up. I have had fun kind of revisiting a few of the DSPs, like the Sunset, that delicate desert paper is actually a really nice paper. I've enjoyed playing around with that paper. So there's some cool patterns in there. So, okay, I'm going to pull some winners then. All right. So we have 3 prizes tonight. The prizes are a set of iridescent pearls. These are pearls that are actually carrying over to the new catalog. Yay, they're pretty pearls. A set of the new 2023-2025 in color gems. Ooh, pretty. And do I dare give it away? A polka dot trash bag. One of the trash cans, I know. Big money here, big money. And then if you're waiting on a prize from me from last month, they're sitting on the table. I found them. They were underneath some Girl Scout stuff. And I was like, oh, hey there. So they're going to go out with this round of shipping for my classes that's going out this week. So they are going out probably on Wednesday. So I'll go with it. So if you win again, you'll just get double the amazingness. So, all right, here we go. Here we go. Not many to pick from. All right, I'm not looking. All right, the first person to win a prize is Patsy Palmer. Patsy Palmer, what would you like? You're muted, but I still love you. 3 years later, and you're still muted.
I always in colors.
New in colors, you got it. All right. And then let's see, my next person is Kathleen. Kathleen, would you like the trash can or the iridescent pearl basic jewels?
I think I'll do the pearl. Wait, what?
Mhm.
The iridescent pearls or just
Yes.
the regular pearls?
Iridescent pearls. A tough choice.
I don't know. I wanted the gem, so I'm like perplexed now. What is the trash can again? Trash
It's-
can.
It's the polka dot trash bin
Look cute.
with the yellow polka dots on it.
I'm just worried that that's gonna get all dirty.
You put a Walmart bag in it.
That is what Patsy does. She lines hers.
Okay, I'll do the trash bag. Why not?
Why
It's
not?
trashy.
Why not? All right, last person is getting the pearls, whether you like it or not. Jill, congratulations.
Yeah, that's what I wanted.
Well, I love it when you guys like set your intentions, and then if it doesn't happen, you're like, wait, now what do I do? Okay, so short meeting, but there's plenty going on. I'm sure you guys have plenty of work to do. Kim, are you ready to share your news or?
Well, since you teed it up, I might as well not leave people hanging. So I got a new job and I will be moving to South Korea for 3 years.
I mean, yay, but boo, but oh,
Wow. Oh my gosh, girl.
Wow.
I'm excited. But yeah, a lot of change.
when is it happening?
August.
Okay, so you have the summer, a little bit of the summer to.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a
Traveling for a
3-year
lot of
commitment.
July. I'm sorry?
It's a 3-year commitment.
Yeah, it's a 3-year assignment.
Holy guacamole! Good for
These
you,
are-
girl.
These are all the things I said in my text thread to her. I was like,
know.
OMG, oh my God, I'm so excited, but I'm so sad. What do you mean 3 years? Who's going to live in your house? Are you taking your husband and the dogs?
Yep.
Tell me all
Yep.
the things that are happening.
Yeah, no. Jim's coming, the dogs are coming. We'll be an hour and a half south of Seoul. Thankfully, I don't have to actually like move my stuff or put my stuff into storage, which is nice. A moving company will do it for me. But yeah, just sort of like I'm going through my stuff and being like, what do I need to bring? What goes into storage? If I'm not going to do anything with it, should I just sell it?
Whoa.
Yeah, that's really rough. Is it climate controlled storage?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so that's good.
Yeah, that helps a lot.
Yeah, for sure. So, but still, that's tough. Yeah, so we're really excited for Kim, but very sad, but excited, but sad, but excited, but sad. I have many feelings about this.
So you can still join us at meetings though?
What time is it in Korea right now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's like 13 hours ahead right now. So chances are I'll be at work at this time.
Because it'll be in the morning.
Yeah, that's true.
Hmm.
Well, we're
Hmm.
very excited for you. I hope that I'm hoping that you'll like come to a meeting, or maybe we'll have a special South Korean time meeting. So that we
I think
want
weekends probably work best for that.
Yes, we want to see everything, and we want to definitely share in your excitement. It's a great opportunity for you. And
Take us
right.
on a tour.
I know, that's what I
Yeah,
said.
will do.
I was like, for sure. I know. I was like, FaceTime me in. So she's like, you can come visit. I was like, I don't know if that's in the cards. I was like, I didn't have any Korean plans in the next
3 years.
my Asian travel plans were not in the next 3 years. If I can get the Girl Scouts to Switzerland in 2 years, I'll be jazzed.
Yeah.
So but GMT +9, so it's 9:59 a.m. Yeah, in Seoul. That's wild. That's so wild. Yeah, that's wild. We are gonna miss you so much. I hope that you will take a little bit of your crafting supplies with you and you will do a little bit of something while you're there. Just because I know that you do beautiful work. If you don't follow Kim on Instagram, she does calligraphy stuff too. That's gorgeous. And I hope that you'll get to take some of it with you, something. So
Yeah, the first thing I went through was the embellishments. So I do have like a bag of embellishments I'm bringing. So
you're like, I shall embellish everything.
yes, I will, because that will go on everything.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think that, the one thing we're talking about was you'll still need cards over there. You'll still want, you'll still want to share. And I mean, I think paper, paper culture, paper crafting is important in Asian cultures. And so I think that there'll be some pretty papers. You can share pretty papers. We can see pretty things.
It's just tough because like there's just not a lot of storage space. Like closet, yeah, like so I've already seen the house that I'll be moving into, and there's no closets, it's just wardrobes. And like the wardrobes aren't big enough, I think, for my clothes.
Yeah, you're gonna have to get some storage, or have stuff that moves that's already in a storage process, right?
But like trying to think of like, okay, what to bring, but also keep it very compact.
Right.
So like the stamping spot instead of like stacks of like ink pads will probably be the way to go.
For sure. So
Stuff like that. So I might try to keep it to like paper pumpkin size stuff. So that way it's like very, 1 or 2 small boxes.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Not my cases and cases of DSP.
Sounds like you might be having like a Stampin' garage sale in your future.
I know. It's so sad.
But I mean, that's okay, because when you come back in 3 years, like your taste might have changed. And, there might be some stuff you keep. Like I'm never selling the coffee paper for as long as I live. Like that paper shall never leave it's never going to happen, but like some of this other stuff in 3 years, like I wouldn't want it. Like I'll be over it, and there'll be new pretty stuff to get. So, but never the coffee paper, never. Or my day.
I think I still have like 1 or 2 packs of that coffee paper.
Yeah, I'm not kidding. I have 1.5 packs and it's never.
What's the coffee paper?
Oh my God. I'll go get it. I'll show you.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really cute.
Oh man, that must be something before my time.
Yeah, how old are you now, Melissa? The coffee paper?
Yeah. Oh, I wish that they would print the year.
Yeah.
Can they print the year on it?
2017.
Oh wow. Okay. I've been holding on that for 6 years.
Me too.
I was like,
Gorgeous.
yeah. Like there was this one that had like little like coffee cups and like carafes and stuff. And it had like coffee beans, which kind of look like poop nuggets now that I think about it. And then
All about the context, Melissa.
Totally. And like the green coffee beans. And then there's this really nice like herringbone pattern. And yes, I have many scraps. I mean, like this is the paper that like I was willing to keep like skinny scraps. Like I don't keep scraps of stuff.
Oh
but,
wow.
like, yeah, it was really dumb. Like this paper, like I was all in. Like I kept like, a coffee cup. I mean, I don't keep scraps like this of anything. Like this is probably the one paper that like I obsessively like kept like every single piece. Like I have a problem with this paper. I'm very attached to it.
It's in the family.
Yeah, like I started some vitamins and this new like shake thing this week, and they're like, you don't need caffeine. Like, we promise, like, don't drink coffee. Like, especially when you start this. I was like, what do you mean? I drink coffee. It's like, what? That's crazy. But yeah, I mean, it was just such cute paper. Anyways, and it was kind of Starbucksy colored, you know, I mean, as close as they could get without, I'm sure, some sort of copyright infringement. But greens and blues and browns. So a lot of green. Oh, and there's this one that had hearts. Hold on, let me show you this piece because it had these little tiny, look at these little tiny hearts. They're so cute. So sweet. It's the
That's
best
gonna be
paper.
a Girl Scout vibe.
It does. It has, and some of these, yeah. So like a couple of these, like the camping, you know, percolator type thing. So you could have used them for camping stuff too. And because it's green, like Girl Scouts and stuff, like, yeah, it has, yeah, it's like a mix of like Starbucks and Girl Scouts, which, you know, clearly is my vibe. So, like all the parents know when they go camping, like we went camping this weekend, I had 5 types of coffee that they could choose from. I was like, do you want Via? Do you need French press? Do you need Folgers? Do you want iced coffee? Like what kind of coffee do you need? I have all the kinds, you know. Who are you? Oh God. I know I'm not extra, not at all. I did have coffee this afternoon though. Maybe that was a bad idea. I might be up all night, so I'm gonna sort that ribbon tonight. But we're excited for you, Kim, and we can't wait to hear more about it and share in the joy with you. So really proud of you for going for it and just doing great things, friend. And I love seeing all your food pictures. So, and you went, right? Because you went for
Yeah, I
an
was there in
interview.
February.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
yeah, no, February, yeah.
I thought it was just for fun, but little did I
Mm,
know. So,
No, it was a work trip. But I did add Japan for fun.
okay. Well, that's good to know.
Because I was already that far across the world. So visit a friend in Japan.
Might as well, for sure. So, well, that's awesome. Well, super excited for you. Yeah, we'll share in your excitement for sure. So
Too bad none of you guys are local because I could give you all of my old catalogs. There's
my
like
God.
stacks and stacks of old catalogs.
Yeah, I mean, the catalogs are tough. Like, I mean, you need one probably just to have like a reference point. But
Yeah, so I
like,
did all of that, but then I still have like their other, 8 to 12 that I didn't hand out or like.
recycle them, go with God, you know, like
I
at a certain
know.
point. I mean, that's one of those things like I finally got rid of a whole stack. I was like, it just has to be recycled and know that it'll go to a better place. But you can use them for envelopes. I mean, they're fun envelopes, like the pages, but at a certain point, like,
Sounds like they're
Yeah.
going to heaven.
What?
Melissa's comment made it sound like they're going to heaven.
I mean, just give it to God, see what happens, you know.
Go to
May they-
crafting heaven.
May they ascend
Catalog
to
heaven.
crafting heaven, you know.
It
So,
is send.
oh God.
Yeah, no, I did go through like old magazines and pulled out like pages that I thought were cool looking to be envelope liners. And I guess I could do that with a catalog too, but like it gets to a point where you're like, I just don't want to flip through this many pages to find
No,
thing that
No.
looks cool that doesn't have like prices on it.
that's true. Yeah, I would say you just need to recycle those and it's okay. You have permission. So I got rid of mine a couple months ago. I was like, all right, enough. Like, nothing's gonna happen with these. So I did give out a whole bunch. Where was I? I don't know where I was, but I was like, no, please. Oh, the senior center, the other senior center that I like hadn't gone to in months. But I finally went back and I brought all my catalogs that were about to expire. And they were so excited because they just wanted them for idea books. Like they were like, they just have really great ideas. And I was like, they do. Please take them away. And they did. Every single person took one. So that was a great place to take them because they didn't care that they were retired. They just wanted idea books. So That was good. I was happy about that. So yeah, so now I only have fresh, brand new catalogs. So that feels good.
Nice.
Excellent. Well, any other news for the good of the order? I just want to say I appreciate you guys. Right now, Candy is running the Make a Shopping List challenge. So make sure you take a picture of you with your shopping list. Patsy, I saw you beaming with your list. I made a list on my computer and then culled that list down a little bit so I would fit on a sheet of paper. I do have a long list of things. The other thing I wanted to point out is in the new catalog, there's a set in Spanish. And it is easy to miss it. But please don't miss it because I think that for especially those of us in Texas, it's the earthen, Lord have mercy, what's it called? You know, I've got all the new colors down, so I'm really impressed with myself on that.
Earth and textures.
It's earthen textures, yeah. So it comes in French and Spanish and English, which is really exciting. So yay for having a set in Spanish. Woot, woot. We've been asking them for one for a long time, so we need to sell it because if we don't sell it, then they're not going to do it again.
I need to
So
brush up on my Spanish so I can do Spanish workshops.
I know I was like, I would love to do something with this. And then I'm like, my Spanish is not good enough for this. It's like, oh, but I'm hoping that having that option will be a nice option. So, so yay for that. And then the sets that they tested in the spring catalog that were photopolymer or cling, some of them are coming over to the new catalog, but they're only coming over in one of the two versions. So like you might have Silly Goose in red rubber, but they're bringing Silly Goose over in photopolymer. I don't know which way they're going, but don't worry about it. Like whatever, Silly Goose is Silly Goose. It doesn't really matter what version you have it in, like you can sell it no matter what, right? Silly Goose is one of them. It's just the one I happen to remember. Silly Goose. Yeah, page 51. So you might have seen the other set on the sale list and thought, oh, Silly Goose is gone forever. They kept it in photopolymer. But that's not the case. So be careful with that retiring list, because that was a weird thing where I was like, it's going away, but it's in the new catalog. I don't understand. So basically they were trying to test out the two types. And then I think they picked, you know, whichever one sold more, is the one that they brought over to the new catalog. So, which was interesting. So just some weird nuggets. So, anything else? Any questions, concerns? You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Thanks for a great, great month, great meeting, and can't wait to see where May takes us. I will post our, I pulled up the report. Let's see if I can get it. Oh yeah, lately when I've been pulling up my report, it like doesn't actually pull up my report. Some weird, like, had some weird tech things going on in the background, but it's hard to like get them to duplicate. And so I'm having a hard time like proving that they happen, which I realize is crazy. Let's see, who was over 500 for the month? Elena was over 500. Barbara was over 500. Oh, Glenda was close, man. But no cigar. So Elena and Barbara are two who got incentive coupons last month. So congrats to them. So yay. Yeah, and Sharon's new on the team. She has not made it to a meeting. Yeah, I think she came to the meeting last month. But I'm hoping she'll come to another meeting soon. She's really sweet, and she's Mona's friend. They've known each other for a long time, so they're real cute together. So they don't live in the same place now, but they were neighbors for like 20 or 30 years. And then they moved away from each other, and they're super funny together. They're cute, 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 cute. So, all right. Well, thanks, y'all. I appreciate it, and can't wait to see what you're making with the new stuff soon. I've got Circle Sayings is calling my name, so I need to go play with that set. And I mean, who doesn't like a circle punch, right? I was sad when I took them away. I kept all my circle punches, by the way. So now they're back. Haha. So, all right, y'all. I'll see you later. Have a good night. Bye. Good night.